yourselves now.
I think so.
Hi, and welcome to Toni Time. I am so happy to have you here today. So go get your coffee, get your tea, whatever it is. I have a very special lady here today. I want to introduce you to Roxy. Roxy owns a shop in Biddeford, 2 doors down from the police station, called Sugar Me. And you've got to go in there, ladies. I don't care how old you are. You need to go into Roxy's shop. You need to try on the clothes. Don't just look at them on the hanger and say, oh no. Put them on. I don't care if you are 5'1" or you are 6'4". Try them on. I don't care if you're 21 or 92.
Exactly. Yeah.
Put them on. So welcome to our show,
Thank
Roxy.
you so much. It's so nice
Look at
to
this
be
woman.
here today.
She's a New Yorker, so you know we get along. How did all this happen?
Well,
Take me back.
I don't remember. I do remember one little time before I was committed to being in fashion or textiles or clothing, and I thought I was going to be a ballerina. But
Okay. All right.
And so I was pretty young. I would say by the age of 8 or 9, it just started surfacing as the thing that was going to be the driving motivator. You know, by early teen years, it was fully
But what was
committed.
it at 8 or 9
It was a fascination with textile. Well, at 8, I learned to sew on a sewing machine at 8, thanks to 2 grandmothers that sewed and who led me there. I know at 8 I got my first sewing machine as a present, so that, set me on my little path to just loving that. And, drawing young, I started gravitating toward drawing, pictures of dresses as opposed to other things.
But did you make outfits for yourself, for your dolls?
Certainly I tried to make them for my dolls, and whether, they were of all varieties and, from all kinds of materials. And by the time I was in high school, of course, making outfits for myself for special dances or, designing my prom dress, which was in the 80s. So, yeah, it was a doozy.
Wow. Wonderful. So this goes way back. This goes back to when you were 8 and your grandmother.
And I would say even before then, just seeing, my one Granny Sugar, if I can be so to call her that, it was Granny Sliger. And so along the way, someone misread my Sliger as a U for the L and the I. So that morphed into Sugar, and that's where Sugar with the E came about. Is my Granny Sugar. She was a hard working lady, and seeing her sew, because she would do that, she'd take in seamstress work for extra money, and it was just, I was always enthralled watching her do it. And my Granny Beau, on the other side of things, was also a sewer and always making things and crafts. And one of my aunts, Aunt Carolyn, was always doing all the costumes for her, to my cousins, their recitals, and it surrounded me as just a way of life, but something I just loved, so.
Were you an only child, or?
Oh, no. I've got, I have a sister and 2 brothers, and so I was the oldest, so I was definitely the one that was arranging the back of the station wagon on trips and things,
I can picture this.
And all the craft materials were in their right corners and away from the potty,
Away from the potty. So now, is your sister involved in any sewing, or is she off on a different?
Well, my sister and father, they're in St. Louis, and she has her own business there, and actually it helped very much inspire some of the feeling of Sugar. Is her store is called The Foundry, and it's all about bringing together local or U.S.-made artisans and crafts, and put it together in a gorgeous way. And so she was a trailblazer on the retail side, an inspiration for me. I've had Angel Rocks going since 1999 now, so quite a few years.
And she and the angels.
Yes, and these are our lovely angels from Sugar and Angel Rocks that are, helping me now to blossom and be able to serve more lovely ladies with cozy clothes.
Now, just so we have a little bit of a background here, you started your company in New York, in Brooklyn. Well, give us a background on that.
Well, I of course, came to New York fully already, with my degree and ready to be in fashion, and worked for a variety of companies, ranging from the high end of Vivian Tam to sort of mass market retail, but with good fashion sense of like Le Chateau out of Canada or Urban Outfitters here in the States, and to, the low end of mass market maternity, which is a challenge to design for out of the gate when you're picturing, fashion, and you have to figure out something decent looking under $4, with 2 yards of fabric. It's one of the greatest design challenges you can have.
Sure.
So I had a wonderful range of experiences that, helped me to get Angel Rocks going when that time was ready. So my first stab at a line was a junior-oriented line, and so had a good inroad with that, but was doing it from within one of the companies I was working for.
All right.
So therefore, I had a nice showroom, and I had sample makers and a lot of amenities and things that helped me.
All the perks that come with that.
Get some immediate market penetration, and just it being junior was a volatile business, which the company didn't want to ultimately be too tied up in that. So as I regrouped and came back around to things, and Angel Rocks was formed, it evolved into something much more embracing all women of all stages and all ages, and wanting to provide things that are going to just work for the widest gamut of women and our different stages and different times we go through, where you want to always feel comfortable, you want to always feel beautiful, and you
found a niche.
You
Definitely
do not want to be restricted. I have to say, oh my goodness, I do love vintage, but I don't get very close to buttons or zippers hardly ever.
Exactly. And you found a niche within the industry, which now, I mean, your fabrics, tell us about your fabrics.
Sure. Well, the fabrics, I've played with a range of fabrics, and we have a small dose of wovens, but I'm just really hooked on stretch knits. They're just comforting, they're comfortable, but of course with plant-based. When I was younger, when I was 20-somethings, I could wear synthetics. But as I've grown older, and for many reasons, number one, a comfort factor if they're plant-based. So all of our fabrics are bamboo, organic cotton, rayon jersey. They're all derived from plants, therefore wick away moisture, feel comfortable on the skin, and ultimately biodegradable. So from an environmental standpoint, I feel that that's got a better return to its source than something oil-derived that's going to keep its shape until it's, it can be remanipulated, melted down, recycled, which I applaud and we love.
Sure.
I just
so you're thinking of the environment as well.
Of course,
as fashion and,
of course.
And the look.
Yeah, it's a dual of trying to, play into both. But ultimately, comfort, the comfort is really, really key. And
very, very. I mean, I walked into the shop a couple weeks ago. I walked in, Wendy was there. And I looked around and I thought, wow, I've been hearing everybody talk and haven't had a chance to stop in. And it's just, you've got to go into the shop because it is just displayed beautifully. Jewelry that she has, the many different lines of jewelry are so different.
Oh, thank you. Well, I've had so much fun now finally having an outlet to sort my other favorite things from makers that we meet along the way in our travels, beautiful people doing such gorgeous product, and to have a way now to share that with others beyond my own personal needs has been miraculous, and we're so honored and proud to be finding and discovering more and more local, designers, makers, different products, and it's very exciting.
Oh, it shows. And you come into the shop and you're there a while because every little thing you're looking at and you've got to touch, and you make it that way. You make it comfortable.
Thank you. It's meant to be tactile
and
inviting. Well, they're helping me to do it. Oh my goodness, they're the front line and helping to get it out and arrange
you walk
it
in
and that inviting touch. And my husband, who's not here, so much of the core of bringing it all together. And the store in our lives and my aesthetics, it's all about fusing using it all, never overhauling, but that beauty of things that you
Right.
already have fused with things you might discover along the way.
Oh, and that shows in the shop, definitely. I mean, you walk in, you're greeted, you're not ignored, and that's a big pet peeve of mine, walking into a shop and they don't even say hi. I mean, you just can walk in and leave. But
Lisa, Wendy, and Mariah are
oh,
great.
they
Everybody's
all. I
welcome.
mean, you
And then
walk
we try
in.
to always just make sure, though, if you've been here before, we know you know the deal. We'll leave you alone, but
Right.
we're here if you need us. at
Yeah,
any
and
time,
that's
but
what you
everybody
want.
does. That's
And
right.
I went in the second time. Roxy and I talked about the show, and I tried on the outfit because I wanted to wear one of the outfits on the show. And once I put the outfit on, it was like, you're naked. Walking around naked. It's wonderful. I mean, it hugs your body. I have hot flashes. And I've had one in this, and you couldn't even tell.
You're perfect. Yeah.
I mean,
No, exactly.
The fabric is just wonderful. So I really stress you go into the shop. Now, you do sell online, right?
We do, of course. Angel Rocks, which is one word, Angel, R-O-X, has angelrocks.com is our core site for that. So, of course, Sugar now is the store, is our new home and, little headquarters, if you will, design studio. We're all there working, doing it every day.
They are.
It's really fun to see, as we're blossoming and growing, we may have to get a little more space to do some of those activities. So it's fun to see right now how we're all just doing it together, which is beautiful, from cutting and sewing, which Lisa, we're crawling on the table. Mariah's learning how to do that, even hand sewing elements where we don't believe in waste. So we add love to any projects that would be damaged.
Right.
And therefore give them more charm over time and find them homes. And, it's just a lot of spirit of
It's
fun.
the old
And Wendy makes
school.
sure that the Angel Rocks customers all over the country and sometimes other countries, she's real spearheading that those all get out the door in a timely fashion, which is
And that's a lot.
amazing. Yeah.
Now, you still manufacture in Brooklyn?
I have my dear sewer there, and I think he has about 3 or 4 ladies sewing with him. We've been working together now for 13 or 14 years.
Yeah.
And he's in Brooklyn, and he's got a small, kind of very family vibed little sewing shop there. And he sews for just us and one other designer.
Right.
And so it's very small, localized. And then our cutting room I've been using in Brooklyn for a long time, and they're able with their facilities, which we hope to build over time here to be able to do more along those scopes. I mean, they're laying out 40-yard markers right now, which is not easy to do exactly yet here, but we're excited to bring more and more of that here, which is the goal, is to blossom out the production happening in Maine. So we're already producing quite a bit in-house. Every day we're cutting and sewing and filling in and making sure that the product line and the customers are served. So we're very excited about that.
What brought you to Maine?
Well, Maine is a beautiful place,
Oh,
and we've had the pleasure of visiting for over a decade now, or just on a decade. My father-in-law bought a home here to retire to, and so we started having the pleasure of, this was our sanctuary from New York for the last decade of, we try to get up once a month or something, and it was absolute haven, and as it is, it's a beautiful place filled with beautiful people.
Oh, yeah.
It's great things to do.
The community's here.
And as you know, being a former New Yorker, it's wonderful, but doesn't always have those quality of life elements that you would like for your family.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've had our eyes set on this area for a long time, and then the challenge was, of course, as I'm sure many people know from young people who do want to be in Maine, is it's not easy to find necessarily the job. So we feel very, very blessed to have gotten Angel Rocks built to a point that it could enable us to move here with the business and reestablish ourselves, because New York can get some talons in you that make it hard to leave, and so we feel very lucky to have been able to make that jump and do it here. So we're very excited.
Really do think your shop alone, I mean, and Tammy Ackerman's art gallery and
so many good
dahlias
things
and
happening
so
in
many
Biddeford.
shops there.
And
It's
so
bringing
many
life.
amazing talent here
I
in
know.
Biddeford too. That just you set it up.
yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like them, and then they just come, and you're just like, oh my God, look at this team that I have.
You
It
have
just
a
formed
wonderful
itself
team.
around me. You know,
Well,
It's
you have that
so-
energy. You
it's
pull
so
it in.
it's so beautiful and so talented. And my goodness, if we things we didn't know about Maine.
Yeah.
What an incredible just ethos. You know, people help each other. They're about
do.
doing for each other. They're hardworking. The
Oh,
ethic
absolutely.
is just unbelievable all the way through. And it's just been a delight and, you know, and an inspiration for me each day
Oh,
to
absolutely.
do better and to work harder and, you know, stay positive and help others. It's really nice.
Now,
to do.
from everything you do, you're also a mother.
Yes,
I
happily,
mean,
happily. So those
you have
are
a
the
son.
best. I do. We do. Yes, he's 6 years old. He's in first grade, and he is the joy of it all. He's part of the glue of it all that brought us all here too. So he can be close
Wow.
to Pops, and Pops can be close to him. And not to mention though, along with that, Pops gets a whole lot of babysitting jobs.
I'm sure he does. He's sitting in the audience right now.
Yes. Well, Pops keeps us all together. Oh my goodness, he
Well,
keeps us all.
that's what you need.
T's crossed,
So,
I's dotted.
I mean, built a business. Now, when did you meet your husband? When did you have time for that?
You find some time for some fun in New York. You
Well,
know
you
that.
do,
Yes,
but-
yes. Well, we were luckily introduced by a friend, so then we kind of knew each other for a while as friends. And you know, when you suddenly turn those other eyes on each other, you're like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Why didn't I open those eyes a little bit sooner? No, it was sort of, you know, just destined to be. He's a wonderful man. My goodness, he works so hard and can support so much, and supported Angel Rocks and me as we were getting going.
Yeah,
You know, that
yeah.
he was bearing the brunt of that, so I could get it off the ground. And once he came on board, then it's just been like, woo, so much
That's great.
faster, you know, and as he knows, those final months trying to be a mom with a toddler in preschool and run a business that's about to platform us somewhere else, I was a little bit of a mess most days.
I would,
By the
yeah.
end of the day, it was a lot of tears.
I'm sure, but you did it.
Well, and still, you know, still days that need to be done, and the girls have to hear me a little bit, you know, on days when it
But,
feels
you know.
better than others. But it is so much of a blessing, and we're still trying to do it, and there's still a lot to be done, you know.
Well, that's good. That's all the fun of it. Now let's go through the outfits.
I would love to, yeah.
I want you to see how your outfits can change through seasons, or the beach, winter, summer, spring, fall. So let's start with the angels if you want.
I'd love to. Wendy, do you mind if we
Yes,
start with you?
absolutely.
And you know, part of the fun here is that, and you'll see as we kind of layer through, that a lot of us are wearing some of the same pieces. It's just different ways to wear them. So Wendy has just our base layer of the V-neck, tunic, long sleeve. I have one of those under here too for warmth. Certainly learning in Maine, the more layers you have, the more you control your temperature, the warmer you are, but you can also peel them off as you need to, as we're finally entering some sunshine and
Right.
warmth, right? And then Wendy has our the wrap, and I'll show you, we're hoping to show on Toni if we
Okay,
get to
yeah.
some of the things the wrap will do. Actually, Toni has the wrap on in the crimson as a vest. I've got it on tied in with another piece, the flirt. So Wendy has one way to style, and then she has our corset over as a belt, and the corset's also a piece that can work as an infinity scarf around the neck.
So
Little
it's
bit
a
of hook.
continuous circle.
It's a continuous circle, so it's kind of like an infinity scarf.
Okay.
And what we love is then on the body, whether Wendy's got it externally, which
Yeah.
not everybody's going to want to wear it as a belt, but what we love it as is a little fill-in for a neckline, a little bit
Sure.
of a t-shirt extender. Anywhere on the body you need a little extra comfort, support, or little peekaboo layer, you know, to just make you feel more comfortable and on your way. So,
Right.
and wearing our favorite colors, the mountain, just kind of blends into
Right,
things.
exactly.
So, and
How
of course,
tall are you, Wendy?
Oh, I like to say 5'9".
All right, so
Probably
5'9".
5'8".
Yeah.
You are not 5'8". You must be 5'9". Nice and tall. Of
Yeah.
course, you know, she runs the gamut, wears anything, puts anything on, and of course, looks amazing. And I think you probably got over your own leggings, which is
Yes.
perfect. And then we do leggings. But the beautiful
Yeah.
thing is Angel Rocks is about just melding with your own wardrobe. It doesn't have to be
Definitely.
head to toe. You can start with a single piece to get a feel for how
Okay.
the comfort, the support. A lot of ladies here are loving, and I can't believe none of us is even wearing the hourglass today. It's one of our favorites. But that's okay,
Yeah.
you know. But it's a longer version of the corset, and therefore gives you more support on the body, or a richer infinity scarf, or what women love it. Sometimes they never get up to their neck because they live in it as a little skirt layer over their leggings, and you know.
Okay.
Or their tights and things. So anyway, just lots of fun, versatile pieces that,
Wow.
you know,
That's
vary.
great. Great.
Thank you so much, Wendy. I love how you have that style today. And just pretty. And every day, I mean, I've never seen exactly this variation before.
But it looks
And that's
great.
the beauty of it,
Yeah.
is as women play with it in their own right, it just takes on its own
And
dimension.
there is no
life to
right
each
or
individual.
wrong way.
No.
Absolutely not, never. It's just about what it feels right for that day. And then Lisa, looking all scrumptious in espresso and blush pink. I told her it makes me hungry. She looks like ice cream. I want
She does.
and so she has got on our cardigan, which actually I'm wearing it, and you are as well.
I'm
It's
wearing
a
it,
nice,
yeah.
simple layer. We're so excited having it. But it has pockets, which I've got full of goodies, actually. It holds
Yeah.
quite a bit. And Lisa's wearing it upside down. So it's the same piece, but upside down then gives you
Oh
a shift
my,
in proportion.
yeah.
So then it becomes a little bit longer in the back,
Right.
shorter in the front, and just changes it up for you.
Like
Have
that,
it very-
yeah.
And then she is wearing it with our new shift. And the shift is just a fun little swingy tank. It can be worn scoop neck the way Lisa has it on, or you can switch it around for a little higher neck.
Oh, look at
little
that. Yes, I love
mod,
that line.
Fun. And we're even finding that the, beautifully done, that the shift is cute layered over our winter tops as well, whether it's
sure,
your own
yeah.
fitted turtleneck or our V-necks or scubas or ballet
Oh,
tunic.
yeah.
It's just to add a little fun, swingy layer is great. And again, she looks like Lisa does have on our play suit, cozy, in black, and that's our convertible legging. So it can be a body. Actually, I know you've got yours on as the bodysuit, right?
Okay.
The other thing that Lisa has on that I personally love is her little bunny necklace.
I see that.
By August Abroad, which is actually my sister's line of jewelry
Oh,
as well.
is it?
She's
Okay.
also does a jewelry line, and then she is also wearing one of which I'm rarely without.
I
for my
see
mom,
that.
The Hope clips, which they're a
love those.
hand-beaded hair accessory that empower
Wait,
women of
don't-
South Africa.
Don't move yet. Steve, can...
They add a lot of elegance.
zoom
They
in?
hold it all in. I mean, they're comfortable. Like if you're leaning back in the car, you don't
Yeah.
have that claw strain on your
Wow.
neck. And they're just elegant. So they work for thin and thick hair. And anyway, just some of the fun goodies at Sugar that round out and complement Angel Rocks,
See,
of course.
what makes this really, I mean, your lines here are just so interesting on all of your clothes.
Thank you.
I mean, that's what really makes it pop out, too.
I'm a fan of it. We have some simpler pieces too, but it is so feminine. I love that it's
is.
literally reversible. When we do things like, a lot of I have the play suit on, which,
Yeah.
as you fold down, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. There's no in, there's no out. It just makes it easy. And a lot of my customers actually end up wearing some of their pieces inside out just for, that different feeling to it. So
Right.
I love its little bit of femininity, but I love its cleanliness too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Beautiful, Lisa. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then we have Miss Mariah, who is always kicking it in the most fabulous cowboy boots.
I
But
love this.
Angel Rocks works well with all shoes and accessories,
shoes,
but
yeah.
we can rock our boots as we need, whether it's rainy and sloshy or, good style. And Mariah has on the wrap again, this time in teal, and just a whole nother
That's a good
variation
color
of
for her, too,
wearing it.
yeah.
Starting from the back, and she has it on over the play suit pulled up. So that's the little peekaboo of espresso
All
you
right,
see here.
that's good, yeah.
So, again, as an extra layer, a piece like that, or what you have on,
Yeah.
which is the wide leg version, but pulled up, gives you that base layer under any tunic or anything you would style that you might want just a little extra support or coverage underneath.
And there's enough support with the fabric where it does pull in.
It does.
It doesn't stretch out.
There's 8% spandex, so it's just enough to kind of add some little hold, a little shaping, a little
Yeah.
comfort, but allowing you to breathe. It's
Right.
not, and you're miserable until you get home and get out of it.
Right.
But
Like Spanx.
right, you're not spanked.
Right.
we like to tease, but it's true. It's
Yeah.
that there's a purpose and a time for that, but it's not something you want to run around in
No.
every day.
No,
but every day you'd love just a little bit of that hug and hold and mold to keep it, kind of in place. So, so Mariah and we just styled this real fun strapless. Of course, a little bit of a younger variation in terms of styling, but
see
the
back
range
here.
of the wrap is that,
Go to the
that it can be.
Right here.
Sweet dresses. It
Yeah.
can be sexy, summery dresses. It works as beach cover-ups. And then, as we mentioned, she's got on one of our loved ones, and we have a
I don't
love
think our
rack
camera
in the
can
store.
See that.
It's subtle but sweet. It's our way of, it's again our eco-conscious way of not having waste, of not saying, oh goodness, this thing is damaged, put it in the garbage.
Yeah.
No, let's make it extra special. And what happens is these with the love become works of art and
course.
extra special. So
Sure.
it's just a fun part of our ethos. And and Mariah's learning how to sew that way, which is excellent. So
Very
I
fun.
love it.
Like
I'm
it?
loving it.
Loving it with the boots.
Wonderful,
Something
wonderful.
new every day, for sure.
Working at the shop, you would. That's wonderful.
Well, and it's a pleasure. Mariah is actually one of the talents of the works we have in the shop as well.
Great.
She has a jewelry line called Playing in Daddy's Garage, and
Oh,
it is
really?
lovely.
Yeah.
It's out of upcycled license plates.
Yeah, it's
and
really
You
fun.
do the license plates.
Yes, the little
They're-
rose ones.
Yeah.
flowers. And,
You have to go in and see these. They are wonderful. Little flowers, little rings. I was looking at those.
they're amazing.
Oh,
I think they're just
My goodness.
beautiful.
They're a lot of fun, so I enjoy it.
So it's so exciting. And, Wendy is an artist. Lisa has done sound technicians before in the music industry. And they all cross over and do all the jobs.
Yeah.
Everybody has got such an amazing spirit. I'm very blessed.
Wonderful.
Very,
You
very,
are.
very blessed.
You are.
Yeah.
Lucky
yeah.
woman.
Yes, of course.
Now talk about what I have on
I
here.
would love to. I'd love to. So you've got, of course, your cozy
We have to go-
cardigan.
Which camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so right now we've got you in just a cozy cardigan. Of course, you found your thumb
I
holes
love
right
look
away.
look at a multitude of sins.
It keeps it cozy, and if you had to layer it under a coat, which we hope not too much now going forward,
Right.
but it keeps it nice in place and easy.
does.
And adds a fair amount of warmth. I mean, we have just our sleeved version, the opera sleeves, and I mean, I feel literally naked without these, even in a sweatshirt and things. There's something about if any air gets in, but they also just add a little bit of elegance and warmth, and I
do.
rarely put on a glove. I mean, it is a really bitter day that I'm going to be outside prolonged periods of time. So anyway, fun things like that. Of course, we've got our little pockets, and this was the one that Lisa was wearing upside down.
Yes.
So should we just remove this
Sure.
layer? Do you mind?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Help me.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. All right. Now then, if we can and if we may. So what Toni's wearing now is the wrap that we saw in Mariah and that we saw in Wendy, and I've got one layered in my little opulence here as well. And it's just a fun piece. We have it styled on Toni right now as a vest, and this is one of our favorite pieces with this more of a little jewelry piece that could be layered in. This is also a local jeweler named Janet Hottinger from Saco.
Okay.
Working all in sterling, and we kind of collaborated to do a few more of these scarf pieces to be able to have a pretty accent to hold that together. Underneath, Toni's got on our ballet tunic, which is one of my favorite tops. It's just got this nice bias cut on the sleeve, fitted through here. It's meant to be a little more of a fitted base layer. And then Toni has on our swirl suit, which is our nice, elegant, wide leg version of the play suit or the legging that I've got on.
This comes all the way up too.
It can.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes we wear it that way, or what we'd love to do is roll it down, and so that it just covers our bits and kind of holds and hugs and gives a longer waistband as well. It's just a nice, supportive, sort of built-in. You never want to say the word, but it does have that support that we love, just a little, but comfortable. All right, so can we play with this? Do you mind? All right.
Of course.
So we thought it would be fun just to play with the wrap a bit. Actually, I'll just put that right in my pocket.
Okay.
All right, let me try not to get too much. So
Okay.
that's one of our favorite ways to wear it is that vest. And I'm just going to do it one more time so everybody kind of sees it. So simple. It's just starting under your arms this way, crossing here, popping it over the head, letting that flow, and then you're ready to go. So that's sort of our go-to.
And it's great because in the back, you know,
It's got nice drape cut on the bias as well, and it seems to just beautifully drape over the
flows.
curves. It does, and so you can do little ties here and whatnot.
Drapes.
It does drape beautifully, and so now let's come over the shoulders. So sort of one of our second ways that we love to wear it is just simply as a shawl. I mean, you can just throw it on, and you know whether I know if I'm traveling on an airplane, you can secure this in the back or bring it back around and tie it in the front. So it's just a nice simple shawl anytime you need an elegant shoulder covering for any occasion. Customers love it for weddings and any time that you need
you
something
can
elegant on the shoulder.
wear this with weddings and business and
Oh, well, and here to business or
Yeah.
what a lot of our customers, so this variation is the same, but what we do is play with some asymmetry, use our stretch because it is such a friend to do these little jackets. So this one we call the kimono jacket. Let me get my exposed there again. And so it just adds a little bit of, dressiness to anything. So customers throw this on with jeans or, their workout gear, and suddenly they can go to lunch or back to the office or, just feel a little pulled together, but comfy, but not blazer pulled together.
Yeah. I mean, you can
Cozy
move. I mean,
pulled
there's
together.
a point where you want the comfort, you want the look, all in one, and you have it here.
Yeah.
Draping is wonderful for any age.
Absolutely. Well, and I think, one of the things that I've been so honored and delighted about too is, by playing with our pieces in different ways, because I've got this one called the Flirt on, which is also a little skirt, or it's a poncho, which I can show you in a minute, or I've got it just clustered here, that we're finding a lot of customers with, that have needs, medical needs, or are post-mastectomies, are really enjoying what Angel Wax can do, both from a comfort and a layering standpoint. Those little things give me goosebumps, but they make me so gratified as a designer, to add beauty to anybody, especially someone who's gone through and suffered,
Absolutely.
So it's
it's sort of like when women, have a lot of chemo treatments and they're losing their hair and locks of hair, donate. I mean, you want to feel good about your body. You want to feel good.
Absolutely.
Because that helps you get well better.
Yeah,
faster.
absolutely. Well, and and not to elaborate on it, but I just it's not something we're targeting. But
No.
We're finding is a market for us is that there are some areas of medical use that is very comforting in women's lives. So and I know I've had customers who have exterior pouches and things.
Yes.
That they can actually this will hold it against them.
Yeah.
Well, because we have these stretchy layers that then things can get held in nicely, and so it's just little
things.
it's little things, but it's
life.
But those kind of uses mean a million times more to me.
Right.
I love that, a sweet little young beauty, can look fantastic in dresses. But what I love is that all of women, all of us in all of our stages can feel beautiful. And stages, we mean maternity too. It works for all of that. Yeah.
Would you turn around? Let's show the back here.
Yeah. Well, this is just the cardigan again, which of course
but
is our
still.
cozy go-to, and I can show you what I've got on as well. Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
I have the base V-neck on
Yeah.
also, the opera sleeves, so that I can cool down, warm up as I need throughout the day. And then I've got the wrap on also, and let's see what happens. We'll find out with Mikey stuff. So I had it as a vest on, and then this is the Flirt. So normally it's just a great little poncho,
Great little poncho.
It's a great poncho. I have the same piece on as a skirt here. It of course can be a little strapless if you need it. Again, add something, a base under something, or on the beach. It's fantastic. Just throw it on. Or the Mariahs that could go out in the back of the gel. All my lovely ladies here, of course. But not all of us are going to do that,
No.
And then so the Flirt. Oh, and I'll probably have to keep that on. So and then I have a wrap on underneath, which what I can do. It's not going to. I think it's
Here.
Oop. Yeah.
Whoop. Oops, Steve's
That's
going to
okay.
kill us. There goes the mic.
Yeah, just toss that to the side. We'll get back to you. I think will be better.
But this looks great. Look at this.
Well, and again, I have to. well, and then the base layers. I mean, for us, it's about these base comfort layers, and then it's, putting the drapery and the flow
Right,
over
exactly.
it. So however you might do it. And of course, just playing with this as, a nice little opulent neck piece as well. Just a
I'm
little-
stressing, women, you've got to go. You must go to Sugar Me.
So I want to show you a couple of other key ones that this can do. You know it can be a dress already. I want to show you one
Yeah.
of my favorite dresses, which is what we call the deep portrait dress. And this one, we find it just flatters every single woman. It's a rare, and it's so classic and so timeless. So this, variations like this even lead us into bridal arenas, bridesmaids. It's just a really fantastic dress that they're gonna absolutely be able
great.
to use
Yeah.
again and again for
Yeah.
different ways. And so this just has that classic styling. And of course, you have a base layer and want a base layer underneath.
Yeah.
And then you just play with it to suit best your needs and what you're wearing and everything else. But it just will work
Yeah.
so seamlessly into any, it's one of our 3 keywords. It's comfort, versatility,
Right.
and travel. And not all of
Definitely
us
travel.
travel. Just lounging around at home can have some of the same demands as travel, I think, which is being comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
And so they sort of go hand in hand, but the versatility of this piece really give it, a wonderful
Yeah.
thing to have in your bag as you're going
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah.
Because whatever you're doing, you can change it up. So if you need a little
Right.
skirt, you've got a skirt. It's great at the beach. I know we were
Yeah.
showing, and I just love the way the drape, the flow, it flatters,
It does.
And the beauty is it's about finding what works best for you. Not everybody's going to wear skirts and dresses, and that's fine.
Right.
But if they enjoy the vests and things, should we show them the beach cover up real quick? And
Sure.
then and so, whether you just do a little tie here, you throw it over your
For the beach.
shoulders for the beach, so
do it, yeah.
take it there. And as you can see, that was just one tie and throw over the shoulder. It's not very
See,
complicated.
but what I like in what you're saying is you can be comfortable no matter where you are. But remember years ago when they used that word comfort and everybody got very lazy and very sloppy and they were wearing pajama jeans and they were there's a difference in comfort.
Well, I think you're more comfortable if
Yeah.
you feel a little more pulled together.
Yeah.
There's a fine line. There's
Definitely.
comfort that isn't ready to walk
Right.
into. You meet somebody on the street and you want to have an engaging business meeting with them, or a conversation
Right.
with them. I don't.
It's a different kind.
It's about having some pieces that can open. Yep.
Okay.
I want to show one last, and then we'll stop playing with you. But we can go
That's
on
okay.
and on. So I apologize. I can't help myself. If a lady's standing in front of me, I just keep playing.
She just changes the clothes.
I know. This one we call the V-neck twist and flutter, and we love
See?
as well. And so cute
It
with
just-
leggings and boots, and so just fun
It's
ways to
so
play
many
with
different
it.
ways.
And yeah.
This kind of comfort is a classy comfort.
Very professional.
Very professional. Definitely. Wow.
Yeah.
Come sit down. Let's
Oh, thank
let's
you. Well, and
but-
yeah.
But no, we have so many different things you can do and I just really stress try on the clothes. Don't just go in, try them on. Any of the ladies will help you. They'll pull it together for you.
Happy to.
We're running out of time, but oh my goodness.
Easy to do.
I want you to come back again.
We would be honored to. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh
It's
my
an
God,
honor
I've
and
wanted
pleasure
to do
be
this.
here.
If I had a daughter, and I mean this from my heart, this would be my daughter. She is everything I would want in a daughter.
Aw, thank
You are, and I told you that in the email. We've just kind of gotten to know each other now, but you know how you meet some people and you just
know.
You
right
just know.
away. Yep.
and that's how
exactly.
we met.
Yep.
And I'm very proud of her, and I'm very proud of all the angels, and any new designs, anything new, we'll get you in here.
Thank you. You've definitely got things on that need to get out there. For
Well,
sure,
you know,
that are
I mean,
locked
definitely.
inside here until we can turn all the wheels.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I have one more question. Are we going to make any clothes for dogs?
No, we haven't. Well, you know what? I have to say, I have taken a little stab at that in the past. you know, a little angel wing shirts for the little pups that we used to in New York saw quite a bit of.
Yes, you did.
I think that we would love to respond to those sweet, sweet family members, but we have a lot of men that are getting antsy to get theirs first. So we may, we may take a stab at a couple of things for the men.
Okay.
And then see what we could do to wrap our yummies around little
Because,
sweet
well,
pups.
because
That
I
would be
normally have
fun.
my dog on the show.
Oh, nice.
But I knew, you know, he would upstage us. So,
Yes, always.
so anyway, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Beautiful job, angels. Roxy,
Tony,
you'll be back soon.
I'll look forward to it.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
And I want to
darling.
thank our audience for taking the time, and I do stress to you, go to Sugar Me, Biddeford, 2 doors down from the police station, 25 Alfred Street, same side of the street. I really stress you go there. I want you to have a good day. Thank you so much for your time. Rolanda, hi, honey, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.